All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna rock those shoulders and we're gonna just take those shoulders up and around. Nice and steady. Deep breath as we come up and around. Good, take a deep breath. Some of you might be warm already. Some of you might have just rolled out of bed and been warm. Good, you guys. Now from there, let's just go ahead and rotate and swinging those arms. Maybe you get your arms to just kind of hit your sides and your back. Just let it relax out and breathe. Nice. Good, let your body just twist and relax. Good, okay, so from there, you're gonna grab your towels and we're gonna do a kind of a different warm-up, anything you've ever experienced probably. We are going to towel off. So, I want you to take your towel, you're gonna take it up back behind you, and towel off and warm yourself up. So this is working some of the different receptors on our skin, getting those muscles to warm up, bringing brain awareness to those muscles to say, hey, we're interested in you working. Get those glutes, get those hips and those hamstrings. And hopefully you already start to feel warm. And then go ahead and get the leg, however you want to. Like however you would towel off is kind of what I'm looking for. And getting those legs, getting different friction points. If you have a lot of tight IT bands, you can just kind of rub those IT bands. And then don't forget about the calves. If you're not wearing shoes, you can get the feet as well. That is awesome. And then don't forget the other leg. Totally different warm-up, but this is a really great way to get warm. And it doesn't take very long, and it gets our body sensory responsive. Beautiful. And just wrapping around, getting the feet if you don't have shoes on. And then let's not forget the shoulder. So we're gonna rotate through. Now, of course, you could do this with your hand. Of course, you could do this with your hand. You could pat it as well, of course. But don't slap yourself, don't punch yourself. But sensory responsing is really great and just get really all of those muscles. Make sure you get your lats. We're gonna work those really hard. Perfect. Getting back to the shoulders because we're really gonna work the delts. Awesome, and then don't forget about the chest and the abdominals. All right, let that towel go down. And how do you guys feel? If you just take a quick assessment of your body, hopefully you feel nice and warm. And let's go ahead and just warm up with some squats. So I'm gonna do it facing sideways. You don't have to always rotate. I just want you to see different angles of my body. And you're gonna squat down and bring it back up. I'm looking for pain-free. So if that's where you're at, that's where you're at. If you need to hold on, that's fine too. But I'm looking for your hips to go down and back and for your knees to be sufficiently over your ankles and not going forward of your toes. So working through those hips. Good, take a deep breath. One more time. And release it out. We are ready to work out. So go ahead and grab one of your rags. Put it on your right foot. Squat yourself on down. Push out. Stand back up tall. And squat down and stand back up tall. Good, you can put your hands where you want to. Now let's just say you don't have a rag. You're gonna tap the toe and bring it back in. Tap the toe and bring it back in. Good, slide it out and bring it back. We're standing on our left leg. We're squeezing that glute and lifting up and out of that hip as we work. You guys have got this. Deep breath. Awesome. Shoulders down and back, relaxing the neck. Beautiful. And breathe. Take a quick breather. Next exercise, you're going to stay in your squat and do the same motion with your right foot. So here we go. Squat down and then in and out. Now, my hips are not going up and down. They're not dropping and coming up. They're staying in position and I'm sliding in and out. I'm maintaining pressure through my glute activated from the heel and I'm stabilizing out in this hip so that I'm not getting any shifting happening. Your quads should be burning, hopefully. Your glutes should start to warm up and your floor should look clean. Breathe into it, you guys. Keep those lower abdominals nice and tight, pulling your belly button in, shoulders down and back out of the ears as you work. Great job, you got this. Awesome. From there, same leg. I'm gonna do it sideways facing. Drop down, and you're gonna scooter. Use running arms to get a little bit more work through your body, or you're holding on to something, That's fine. No holding on and putting weight into your thigh though. I don't want to see this. Keep your body up, activate through. Those quads are burning. Your standing leg glute is working. Breathe into it. So again, if you're facing the camera, you're right here, working straight back and through. You guys are doing awesome, you guys. Hang in there. Deep breath. 45 seconds never felt so long, right? Kick back. Activate those muscles as you work. You guys are doing great. Awesome. Hang in there. And release it out. Good. From there, we're going to go ahead and switch to the other leg, doing all 3 sets. So remember, we started off by squatting down and pushing out. So keeping those glutes nice and tight, shoulders back and down. Go ahead and drop down and bring it back up. Good control. Breathe into it. Focus on those ribs knitting together. What I mean by that is you don't want your ribs to protrude out. You want to keep those abs nice and connected as we work. Breathe into it. Good. If only you knew you could have just, sprayed some floor cleaner and gotten clean floors by the end of this workout. Deep breath. Good. As you stand up, really make sure you're standing up onto the leg where you feel stable and balanced across that leg. Good job, you guys. And take a deep breath. Don't forget to breathe each time. I'll cue the breathing on this next one. This next one, remember, we're staying in our position. So drop down, take a deep breath in, exhale, pull it in. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now, I like to move my arms. As the leg goes out, that same arm goes forward, and then you switch. You don't have to move your arms. You can keep it stable. If you're finding high cardio work, we're not looking for high cardio work right now. Not to say that you can't make that happen, but for right now, we're focusing on strength training because we want to build up our immune systems. We want to increase our white blood T cells, and we don't want to increase our cardio too much, causing our energy levels to slump later. So really building up on that immunity and really working through the muscle structure. Breathing into it. Very good, you guys. Again, remember, if you don't have one, a glider, you're just tapping and bringing it back. Good. All right, third set. We have our step backs, our scooter backs. So I'm going to go side view again. You're going to drop down, and we have our scooters sliding back and down. We're keeping our right knee bent the whole entire time. We're not coming out of it. We're not putting weight on our kneecap or our thigh. We're keeping our arms up. I'm leaning forward at a diagonal. Notice when my leg goes back, I'm in one perfectly straight line. I'm not here. I'm not way up here causing arch in my back. So making sure that you're in one straight line as you work. As you do so, feel like you're zipping up a tight pair of jeans, connecting through your abdominals. Good, working into that glute cheek. Some of you might be having shaky legs, and if you're having shaky legs, go for it, get it. But just watch your knee. Make sure your knee's not starting to wobble in, keeping activation as you work. Beautiful, and release it out. Last one, you need your 2 rags, and this one makes me go all over the place. So only go 2 inches at start. So just a little bit, squeeze at the same time. Push out, squeeze in at the same time. You'll see my arms like jump and do weird things. That's just how I do it. This was an awesome one given to me by Roz, one of our instructors at the San Jose MPS studio, and I love it. But this is not how you do it, right? So we don't want to drag in one leg. We want to squeeze both legs in at the same time. Use your exhale, squeeze with your inner groin. Now, if you feel really confident with it, give it a shot. I already feel more confident with this after Thursday's workout, and my inner thighs must already be stronger. And release. That was your 7 exercises for this. We're going to get a quick water break. Again, like I said, if you guys have any questions, shoot them out through the chat, and on the next break, I will get to those, okay? So take a deep breather, get some water, and we'll kind of go from there. For those of you that don't have any questions, don't need any water, maybe you want to do another set, or get ready for the next exercises, which is going to be our arms. So we don't need these rags. Now everyone needs to have the towel. So you're going to have this towel right here. and we're gonna be holding on to it, we're gonna be standing up. So again, whatever feels right for you, we'll kind of go from there, and let me know how things are feeling. Great job, you guys. Take deep breaths. Try to reset that heart rate. Inhale through the nose, and exhale. And inhale through the nose, and exhale. Maybe some of you have animals in your room. I would love for you guys to quickly take a snapshot of what the situation is and send it to me in Instagram or Facebook, direct message, text message, whatever. It's always exciting to me to have people working out in their homes and with their animals and with their kids and everything else. So let me know how things are going. Okay, so from here, hopefully you guys got your breath, and we're gonna go to the towel workout. So I'm just gonna fast forward this. You didn't need that much time. We're gonna hold on to the towel. Palms are gonna be down. Get some tension in those arms. Really yank it and get it taut. Lift your arms up to shoulder height and bring it back down. Good, and lift up to shoulder height and bring it back down. Now, as you do this, we're activating our back delts and our triceps as we work. And we're keeping our spine tall and long. We're not putting any pressure in our knees as we work. We're not putting any pressure on our low back or our hips. We're just keeping nice activation. Now, if you start to feel that your forearms are what's working and not your shoulders and your delts, then you know you're gripping hard versus pulling up hard. So just be aware of that. We're not looking to death grip. We're looking to get activation. So from here, we're gonna bring the arms in and out, okay? So as we bring them in, we get to relax a little bit, and as we bring it out, pull it apart. Here we go. In and pull it out. Good, nice and steady. Good. Pulling with those triceps. You guys are doing amazing. So for those of you with any shoulder injuries, you can always go lower, right? You don't have to go up to shoulder height as you work. And really breathe through it. Again, we don't want any forearm tension. We want to work through our upper body, particularly through our back delts and our rotator cuff muscles. We don't want to feel that strain. Speaking of strain, if you're feeling strain in your neck, there is a way of getting that out. So as you're moving, if you rotate your head, you cannot rotate your head beforehand, but as you're moving, if you rotate your head, it'll reduce the stress. So the next exercise, arms are gonna be here, and we're gonna lift the arms up to the ceiling and back down. So here we go. Keep tension on the towel the entire time. Take it up and back down. So what I was trying to say, like here, you might be feeling upper trap tension and some neck tension. You don't want to rotate your head and then lift your arms up because that still builds tension. But if you rotate your head as you lift your arms and then return your head back to center, it doesn't matter which side you have neck tension, it doesn't matter which side your head rotates. If you rotate your head at the moment of engagement, it is anatomically impossible to engage those neck flexor muscles that cause you neck strain. So just a little tip, anytime you feel that neck strain, if you rotate your head through the motion, it will help. Beautiful, you guys. All right, so from there, we're keeping those arms up overhead. Our toes are facing front, and we're gonna do a side-to-side bend. So here we go. Pull out, pull the arms apart, and bring it back. Pull the arms apart and bring it back. Now notice, my biceps are staying close to my ears the whole time. I'm not letting my arms drop. I'm not letting my elbows bend. So I want to keep arms straight. I want to keep my biceps close to my ears, and I'm trying to side bend as much as I can. Now, really use your obliques. We don't want to let your hip go. We don't want your body to rotate. We're focusing on being between two panes of glass as we work. Good. Really focusing on that control, keeping your belly button deep into your spine. You guys are doing incredibly. You're doing awesome. Hopefully you're feeling good. Hopefully those shoulders are working and you're surprised what a towel can do. Good. And release it out. The next one is bicep curls. So you're gonna flip your palms the other way, standing comfortably for you. Shoulders are down and back. Elbows are gonna be in at your waistline. Pull out and get that rotation, activating the long head of your bicep, and then pull in and back out. Good, now if you want this a little harder and your shoulders still have a lot more to give, then instead of having your elbows at your waistline, you can have your elbows out and extended. And that is going to intensify this significantly. So just play with that Again, you can have elbows at your waistline, so your elbows are tucked in and they're given a little bit of support and there's not as much gravitational pull through those arms. Or have those arms up a little bit, or even all the way up and bring the towel to your forehead, and woo, that burns. Deep breath. Fantastic, you guys. All right, the next two are for our triceps. So we're gonna take that towel back behind us. We're gonna activate through those arms. We're gonna pull the arms nice and taut, and we're going to press our arms up and back. Take a deep breath as we press up and back. Now, when I press up and back, you don't want the shoulder to roll forward. You want to keep open in the chest and only pull back as much as you can keep your engagement. Now, when you pull back and keep your engagement and keep your shoulders back, then there becomes a problem of sticking your butt out or popping your ribs forward. So making sure you're maintaining good connection with your abdominals, keeping your belly button deep into your spine as you work. Good job, you guys, doing amazing. Really activate those triceps. Keep pulling. Remember, we're not pulling with our forearms, we're pulling through the shoulders and we're just having a nice good grip on the towel. Last exercise in this arm set, we're gonna hold those arms up there and you're gonna give me little pulses. Woo-wee! Hang in there, you guys. You got this. Little pulses. Remember, your little pulses are not like this. We're not relaxed in the towel. We're nice and strong with those arms and pressing back. Deep breath. Good, keeping that chest open, keeping your lift in your spine. Again, no strain in the neck. You can always rotate your head if you need to. Take a deep breath. Very nice, you guys, hang in there. Again, you want to go to a pain-free range. Now, when I say pain-free, I'm talking about joint pain. I'm not talking about muscular pain. Hopefully your muscles are definitely feeling this. Deep breath, but I don't want you feeling this in your elbow. I don't want you feeling this in your wrist. I don't want you feeling this in your shoulder joint or your low back. So just focusing on that. And breathe. Rub out those shoulders, grab a sip of water, and I'm gonna come to the computer really quickly to see if any of you guys had any questions before we move on. Hopefully everyone's doing really well. Let me pull you guys up here. Oh, okay, here we go. Hi guys. A lot of people were just saying hi. Awesome. So, yay, awesome. I'm glad it's burning as much as in a regular class. That makes me so happy. And I miss you guys so much. You guys look awesome. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's any questions. So I say let's keep moving. And then if there are questions that arise, throw them into the chat. If you don't know what I'm referring to, there's like these little icons of conversation bubbles. And if you push on that, you can chat and you can let me know that you have anything going on, okay? So again, I will check this at the very end as well. And I'll be on to stay for a couple minutes afterwards. Okay, so in that case, let's keep that burn going. So next set, I'm gonna get the timer back on here. The next set is to grab our towels, these ones. Either if you're on the carpet, it's paper plates. If you're on a tile, it's anything like this. Or I didn't mention, if you're on hard floor or tile and you have socks on, you don't need anything, so you're all good. Okay, so we're gonna go into our plank set. So I wanna take a quick second while we're taking into our break how all these plank options are for you. So of course you can do plank on your feet. You can be on your forearms at any point in time. You can prop yourself up and put your hands on a chair if you want to quickly grab a chair. If you're doing this in the kitchen or something else, you can put your hands on a counter or a bed frame edge, anything like that if you need to be a little bit more elevated and not so far into your plank position. Then of course you can always put the towels on your knees and you can do this from a kneeling position. That's not a problem. And also, I will give lots of options where you're actually in this position, so your butt is in line, and you can totally do it here as well for all the exercises. So I just want to give those to you. As we go through these, I want you to know that I will be dispersing my body into these different movements, so those of you that are choosing these modifications will be able to do those, okay? So we have 10 seconds. You don't need those 10 seconds. Let's get our feet on those towels. Let's get into plank position. And let's do this. We're gonna open and close our legs. So we're gonna open our legs wide and close it back in. I'm just gonna move back a little bit so you guys can see me. Here we go. Open and close. Keep your belly button deep in your spine. Remember what I said. You can totally do this down on your knees. You can totally do this with your butt up like this and open and close here, okay? And I'm totally fine if you can't do this at all with this. You can open and close and do alternating legs here, okay? Focusing on your core tension. But before you go to a version like that, I know that you guys are strong enough and that you could do this even if you prop yourself up onto something a little bit higher. Good. All right, take a breather, set those knees down. Hopefully while I'm talking to you, you're just listening to me and you are not stopping every 8 seconds to look at the screen and put your knees down, okay? You guys keep going. So let's go mountain climbers. Here we go, nice and steady. One knee in, other knee in. Remember, this is about strength, not cardio. Of course you can make this cardio. And if you want to, you're welcome to. But my word of advice, in the situation that we're in right now, focus on strength building, focus on immunity, focus on white blood T cells, and don't focus on the cardio right now. Keep those abs tight. Pull your belly button deep into the spine. Ribs stay down and back. Shoulders are over the wrists, and the shoulders are away from your ears. Keeping that belly button deep. You got this. I know it burns. I know those quads burn. Keep going. And release it out. Good. So the next one is a sweep out to the side. This does require a bit of space. A lot of people don't have the space I'm referring to, so I'm going to do a demonstration of a modification. Go with me. You're going to bring the knee to the side, like this. So it's like a jaguar. If you do have the space, I want you to sweep that leg straight across. All right? You're sweeping it straight through. Woo! Good. Keep those abs nice and tight. Belly button stays into the spine. Notice my butt is staying low. We don't want to go too low where we arch in the low back, but we definitely want that stability, and we want to make sure that our lower abdominals are contracted. 10 seconds, don't stop. You got this. Hang in there. Breathe. Keep your core tight. Come on. And release. Woo! Awesome. Okay, so now we have the thread the needle, or the rotation twist. So you did same knee to same elbow, or same foot to same wrist. Now we're going to switch it through. So here we go. If you're lacking space or you need a modification, we're here. Otherwise, you're threading all the way through. All right? So I'm going to demonstrate. Keep going. If you were to do this on your knees and how that could look. So if you're here, you can thread through and really get into those obliques. It still really works, okay? So lots of different options to give you to make sure that you're working, challenging yourself, and staying safe for any injuries or anything you need to consider for your body. 3 seconds, that means you can give me 2 more. And release, good. Shake out those wrists, roll out the wrists, deep breath. We need 1 towel. We're gonna put our right foot on it. We're gonna put our left foot, cross it over, and bring it in and out. If you would like to add a push-up here, whoo, you're welcome to. Push up and pull it in. You don't have to add a push-up, and of course you could do this on your knees. And of course you could do this, I'm gonna give one more option for those of you that need to get off your wrist at this point, is extend out and bring it back in. It's your right leg and your left arm reaching out and bringing it back in. Okay, so that's totally an option as we work. Otherwise, you're here in some variation. No matter which one you choose, your core is staying engaged, and maybe you're even adding those push-ups. So for those of you that did bird dog, which is now left leg and right arm out, or left foot on the towel and cross over. So here we go. Deep breath. So that's one option. If that's your option, keep going. If this is your option, keep going. If this is your option, keep going. Keep your core nice and tight. None of them are wrong. None of them are less challenging. Only it's less challenging if you're not pushing yourself to where you can challenge yourself. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with any of these variations. So keep going. I'm talking to the camera so that I can work through with you guys. So again, here's one option. Knees crossed and foot on. Beautiful job, you guys. Last one, we're gonna flip over onto our stomachs. We're gonna put both hands on each towel. Your feet are turned out, your feet are down, your arms are extended out, and you're gonna contract your abs and lift up and back down. Now, I do not want you in your low back. I want you to really make sure that you're pulling the bottom rib of your rib cage up and off. So squeeze your glutes, lift up through your ribs, shoulders down away from your ears, and back down. I apologize, my hair keeps getting in my way for you guys to see proper form. There you go. Keep the glutes tight, keep your feet down, pull your rib cage up. Again, it's very important that we're not arching and doing this and snapping into our low back. We don't want our head to go too high either. We want a nice, neutral position, not putting the weight into our pubic bone. One more, and release. Great work, you guys. Awesome, awesome job. Okay, so from there we have our last round, and we have a little bit of a break, so grab a sip of water, and the last round is going to require the towels. I'm gonna quickly check the chat and see if there's any questions. I think we're pretty good right now. Awesome. Good job, you guys. Take a deep breath. Let me know if you have any questions, okay? All right. So from there, we need this towel again. And we're gonna go into our breaststroke exercises. So I'm just gonna quickly put this back up for you guys. Perfect. All right. Okay, so someone mentioned if their wrist bothers them for the plank sets, absolutely go onto your forearms. That's first and foremost. Anything wrist related, go onto the forearms. So what I mean by that, let me quickly show you guys, is instead of doing it here, simply put your forearms down and then do your knee position. And that takes away any wrist pressure. If it's a shoulder issue, then you want to prop yourself up higher. If it's a low back issue, you want to get your knees down. Okay, so hopefully that helps you find the modification that's in your best interest. All right, you guys, we got to get started with this. We are going to be on our stomachs again. Grab your towel, have it about shoulder distance apart, and nice and taut. So extend your body out and long. Squeeze those glutes, get your feet slightly wider than your hips, and extend your arms out nice and long. Tighten up nice and tight, and lift your chest up and pull it under you, under your chin, and then bring it back out, and then pull and bring it behind you. And then bring it under you, and then bring it behind you. Good, remember, you are pulling. Your lats and your back muscles, your mid-back muscles, need to really be working here. Deep breath. You guys are amazing, hang in there. Shoulders down and back. Breathe. You guys are doing awesome. Last one. And release. Okay, so from there, we're gonna go ahead and flip onto our back. So I'm gonna give some options with this, okay? So I'm gonna start with the easiest variation for low backs, and that's going here with your arms up overhead and bringing it back. So everyone join me with this, keeping your core nice and tight. If your back has no movement, then next time your arms come up, bring your legs into tabletop. Tap down and bring it up. If your back is still good and you're not getting any movement, straight legs, up and down. Head stays relaxed, no strain in the neck as we work. Great job, you guys. Hang in there, deep breath. You only want to take the legs as low as you can really contract your abs, maintaining straight knees if possible. If you cannot maintain straight knees due to tight hamstrings, then just simply bend the knees. Okay, straight legs. We're gonna roll up, touching our toes, and then roll it back down. Sorry guys, I'm just gonna move the phone out of the way. And here we go. Roll up, and roll it back down. Keeping tension in those arms gently as we scoop. Here's another variation to this. Roll up into teaser. And then roll back down. You know who you are. I might not be able to see you, but I know. So make sure you're doing your teasers. For those of you that can go a step further, you're going to go under and go over and under. Whoop, I got caught. And over. Make sure you're not doing what I'm doing, which was letting my towel relax. And go under and go over. I'm feeling Thursday's workout. How about you guys? And release it out and breathe. Fantastic. Okay, so from there, we're gonna go into our bridging set. So get those things nice and tight, the towels, press it across your hips, get your arms nice and straight, bridge up and down. Now what we're doing is we're resisting. Obviously our arms are gonna go up, and we don't want lack of tension initially. So squeeze your glutes really tight and lifting through those hips. Good, squeeze. Clench those glutes nice and tight. Again, this is not about hamstrings. I'm not saying that the hamstrings aren't working, but you really want to focus on the fact that it's your glutes contracting to lift you up. So really press through the glutes to lift you up. Great job, you guys. Awesome. From there, go ahead and fold your towel in half if you have a longer towel like myself. Put your heels on it. Go ahead and lay back down. Bridge yourself up. Keep those glutes contracted. And now go in and out. You will feel your calves working. Your butt stays up the whole time, you guys. The butt is not coming down as we work. Good. For you more advanced people, maybe you choose to go ahead and take your arms up to the ceiling, whew, so that you don't have your upper body helping you stay grounded. But remember, regardless of what you choose, hips are nice and high. So now let's just say you can't lift your hips up that high. Maybe you're pregnant, maybe it just hurts your low back or anything like that. Just lift your hips up 2 inches, and then don't go all the way out so you don't cause strain in the back. Just make it a smaller motion, and that works really well. Beautiful job, you guys. And release it out. Fantastic. All right, so from there, we're gonna go ahead and take our towel and we're gonna stand on it. So put both feet on it, get a nice grip, contract through your abs and pull, squeeze your shoulder blades back and down, keep your abs tight and release. And again, exhale, shoulder blades down, squeeze and pull, keep those abs nice and tight and release. And shoulders down and back, and squeeze, pull. These are back extensor muscles. It's all of these muscles right here that we're working. We don't want to arch. We don't want our head up. We want neutral spine and squeeze, hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And feel like we're lifting the heaviest thing up. Get those triceps active. Get your shoulders out of your ears. Breathe. And release. Last one, we're going to go back to some ab work, and we have Russian twist. So from here, we're going to be here. We're going to keep the towel parallel, level to the floor, horizontal, and rotate. Rather than this is what I'm referring to. We don't want this. I'm looking for straight across. And twist, keeping those abs nice and tight. If you would like to take this into a teaser position with legs table-topped, please do so. And I'm going to just fold my towel in half here. Good, keeping that control through your abdominals, pulling your belly button deep into your spine. Very nice, you guys. Keeping your obliques tight, pulling your belly button in. Again, you can be here with your feet. You can also do this seated if you have a tailbone concern. You can keep those abs nice and tight and rotate through. Fantastic. Amazing. Can you believe 40 minutes? Just like that. I'm so proud of you guys. So don't go away, don't go anywhere. Let's go ahead and finish off with some stretching, okay? So you already have that towel. Go ahead and lay on down. You can put that towel around your foot, or you can put it behind your ankle and give it a nice tug and pull it towards you. Give a little bit of a gentle bounce, keeping those abs nice and tight and feeling that stretch. Good job, you guys. Breathing into it. Open that leg out to side. How many of you guys miss leg stretch? Let me tell you, I miss leg stretch. Breathe. Nice and steady. Make sure you keep your left hip down. And over to the other side. Maintaining your right hip down. And then go ahead and switch legs. Don't do figure 4 stretch for me. I'll explain why later. So go ahead and go into your stretch. Again, a little bounce to open up that hamstring, not death-defying, not grabbing into it, just nice and steady. Breathe. Open that leg out to the side, keeping your right hip down. Deep breath. And over the other side. Hopefully you're not too out of breath. My goal is not to make you out of breath. My goal is to work on strengthening the body. And breathe. I'm so glad that you guys were able to join me today. We have another very unique, very rare type of a class. We're doing a neuro-based workout on Friday, April 3rd at 2:30. So hopefully you can join us for that. And as you guys have heard probably, we have our workout platform for home workouts like this coming out very, very soon, so keep tuned for that. So let's go into figure 4 really fast. So there is a figure 4 option like this, but I'm gonna go like this really fast so you can see my legs, like this. But if you have sciatic nerve problems or any low back issues, especially right now since you're not in ergonomic positions, potentially at work or anything else, cross the knee over and make it more like a pretzel position, and then grab a hold of the ankles and then pull apart. The reason for that is it pulls the pelvis away from the sacrum and the sciatic nerve, and so it doesn't cause any pinching. So if you can handle this stretch, it's much better for you for anyone with low back pain or strain. And then go ahead and switch legs. And again, you can go figure 4 if you don't have a problem or if you're really tight, but if you can, you're then gonna go into pretzel stretch instead. Breathe. Good, then go ahead and roll up from there. And go ahead and take your arm back behind you, grab that arm and stretch out your shoulder. Take a deep breath. Awesome, awesome job, you guys. I hope that you had fun. For those of you that are new to the online workout platform, like myself, this was my second time ever doing this. Hopefully it's not as intimidating. Hopefully you feel like you can get a good and safe workout. That is my goal. If there are any concerns you have or any questions you have, please share them with me as we work on this online platform. We're doing this for you guys to have amazing, safe workouts with modifications available to you. And so I'm really excited about that new venture and how we can bring that to you guys and how we can help you guys. But ultimately, it's all about what you guys need and what you guys want. So don't hesitate to comment on this chat or through Instagram or Facebook or an email or a text message. There's lots of ways of getting a hold of me. All right, so for those of you that need to get going, no problem. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. And for those of you that have questions or comments or thoughts, I'm going to pull up to the chat. Thanks so much, you guys.